Hello you guys, welcome to my channel where we talk a lot about self-improvement topics, feminine energy, relationship manifestation stuff. Today I want to cover one very deep topic I think I never covered so far, and I want to cover this because it really resonates with me as well, and hopefully it's going to resonate with you as well. So I want to talk about, are you trying to change your partner, or are you looking for expecting something different from your partner, whether you are married or whether you are in a relationship, whether it's a casual relationship or a serious relationship, whatever kind of relationship, it doesn't really matter. But you are looking for something different from your partner. You want more love, more care, more nourishment, or maybe you want your partner to change something of them that you don't like it, because you want them to be close with you more, or to care more about you, or something like that. You want to change about something about them, but then you don't know how to change it. You're like struggling. You're like, I don't like this and I want him to change. And maybe you have talked with him or her, whatever, and he or she said something different that evoke or trigger a reaction in you, and you're like, you are not changing. I don't like this part of you and I hate it. And then you started fighting, or maybe arguing, maybe having disagreements, and then at the end up you don't feel good about it, because you're like, I deserve to be loved, I deserve to have a happy relationship, or a loving, caring, or fulfilling relationship. I deserve to be with a partner who she or he can actually give me what I want. And what should I do now? Should I need to leave this partner, or should I need to be with them forever? What should I do? So I'm gonna talk about based on my own experience, and I know everybody's situation is different, so keep in mind your perspective, your situation is gonna be really different. So things I'm gonna share may be resonating with you or may not be. Let me know. Okay, but let's dive in. Give this video a big thumbs up. Do consider subscribing for more such videos. We have a lot of the resources. We have like one feminine energy course if you're interested in knowing about how to balance the feminine and masculine energy. What are these energies and how you can balance them to get what you want. It's a short mini course, you can check it out. Another is a female self-care planner. It's a PDF download. The links are in description. If you're interested, you can check it out. Anyways, let's talk about this particular thing of trying to change somebody, or wanting somebody to change something about them so you feel good about it, you feel happy about it, you feel loved, cared, fulfilled, you feel ultimately happy. Okay, the first thing first, I want to tell you that this world is a mirror reflection of you. Everything that you're seeing right now from your 3D eyes, your partner, your situation, other people, family, whatever, it's a direct reflection of you. And the people with whom you share the close relationship, whether a romantic one or even a friendship or even a family or a colleagues, the people you share the very direct and very close relationship, yeah, or not just really romantic, they're gonna directly mirror back to you about who you are in that moment, or what the kind or state of energy you are. Like, they're gonna directly reflect on you. So I'm gonna take an example of the romantic relationship over here. Of course, you can apply this to other relationship as well if you like to. Okay, so something your partner is doing that you don't like it, you want him or her to change because they are acting, behaving, or doing something that's not right, and that makes you feel that you're not loved, you're not cared, you're not worth it, or the person that you're in relationship don't deserve you, or you don't deserve them, whatever. Point is, at the end of the day, they are just a mirror reflection of you. Even if you go out and tell them, hey, change this, do that, and if they change, amazing. If they don't change it, I know if you are watching this video, that means they are not changing. You have a talk or a conversation with them, but they didn't change, or maybe they change a little bit but then you don't like it, or maybe they didn't change fully, or maybe they give you a lot of the excuses of why they are not changing, whatever the case is, but you are not satisfied with the situation where you are right now. The best thing to understand, they are mirror reflections. If something is mirror reflection, are you going to look outside and going to change it? Because what I've seen, I think it's for me as well. When I was learning about the spirituality manifestation stuff, we all have the programming in our mind that we need to go outside in the 3D world and change and fix things, change people, fix people, or whatever. We need to change them so we feel good about it or good about the situation. That's what we focus on. That's what the human mind or ego mind focus, to take an action in the physical world, change the people, and then I'm happy. But it's actually backward. It's actually backward. You need to change yourself first, and then you see the reflection around you started to changing. So the very thing that you need to understand here, whatever the thing that you don't like about your partner, are you giving yourself that thing or not? If you see that your partner is not taking care of you, do you take care of yourself? Do you love yourself? Do you spend time with yourself? If you want your partner to spend more time with you, but he or she is so busy with whatever stuff they are doing, and you're fighting for their time, for their attention, do you sit with yourself? Do you yourself give the enough space and time that you needed? Did you do that to you? Do you spend that much time to your emotions and thoughts? I'm not saying to give yourself time when you are constantly on your phone or watching some television show, and then you're like, oh, I spent the whole day with me, but then what you were doing, you were totally distracted on looking at Instagram or looking at the television or talking to your neighbor, whatever. No, that's not giving yourself the time. The time you can give to yourself when you're doing literally nothing, just sitting on your couch or sitting on your bed, no devices, nothing. And then you're enjoying that moment by being with yourself. Do you do that literally? So the thing that you do with yourself, your partner will going to resonate. If you don't take care of yourself, if you don't treat yourself well, they're not going to treat you well, because they are a mirror reflection. You can't change them. Even if you go and tell them, change this, I don't like it, change that, so I'm gonna feel happy, they're not gonna be able to change it, because they are just a mirror reflection of you. It's just like a movie. Your 3D wall is a movie, it's a direct movie, and you are the director of the movie. So unless the director change the direction of the movie or change the movie at all, the actors won't be changing. They're like, the director is telling me to act in this way, so that's why we are acting in this way. But if you want us to change, then you have to go to the director and tell them to change the narration of the story, or tell to change the entire story or movie in general. Makes sense, right? So everybody in the 3D is the actors of your own movie, and you are the director. So you need to change. Then only they can change. Otherwise, they can't change. Like, this thing happened with me when I started dating, and I was like with a relationship with a man. I'm still in the relationship, but then I see that in the beginning, when you start in a new relationship, it's a great honeymoon phase. Everybody has it, and you are so happy, because at that time you're not focusing on the negative part of the other people. That's another point to consider. First, I talk about, are you taking care of yourself, the mirror reflection. The second point that I want to cover is, when in the beginning you are in the stage of the relationship, a honeymoon phase of the relationship, you're not focusing on the negative part of the other person. You're not even focusing about the negative part of you. You're just in the moment. You're just enjoying in the moment. You're fully present in the moment. You're not thinking about the future. You're not thinking about the past. You're just enjoying that quality time that you two have together. And that's why you feel so good with that person. And then you're like, in the beginning the relationship was amazing, it was honeymoon phase, and then it was gone. And then everybody says, honeymoon phase didn't last forever. Why it can't last forever? Because you started focusing on the negative things of or negative things of the person, and then you put those negative things in your mind or in the conversation that you have with them, and that create the all drama. And that destroy the feeling or the emotions or the connection that you feel in the beginning. That's the biggest thing, another thing that you can consider. So that's why the people, when they see that a relationship is not working, they leave the partner and they move towards the next relationship. And I've seen so many people dating one people after the next, one people after the next, one people after the next, only to find that the thing that they left in with the first partner, they see in the second partner, and so on and so forth. Because there is a specific pattern. When you're changing partners, or when you're changing your relationship, or whatever, there is a pattern that you're repeating. And majority of the people repeat the same pattern unless you recognize and you change it. So it's not about changing the partner with whosoever you are in the relationship, unless that relationship is toxic. I'm gonna cover that kind of thing in another video. But then unless the partner is toxic or has some problem, some disorder or mental disease or something like that, that's a different topic. I'm not covering that. I'm talking about the normal person with a normal relationship. That's what I'm talking. The toxic relationship or the abusive relationship, it's topic for another video. Okay, I'm talking only about the normal people. They are normal, healthy. You are normal and healthy. That's all I'm talking over here right now, because if I took that toxic part or abusive part here, it's gonna get complicated. So I want to keep things simple. So we are talking about the normal persons. Both the persons are normal and healthy. Okay, so you started focusing on the negative thing, and then that negative thing in your mind started having the conversation based on that, because what you're thinking, you're going to act from that, you're going to take an actions from that, and that's the kind of the results you're going to get. And that's why you started having the arguments with your person. You didn't feel the connection that you feel in the beginning because of that negativity. Another point to consider over here, that's like I'm touching the different angles of the things that could be affecting the relationship. The another thing is that, yeah, the people keep on changing the partners. So when you keep on changing the partners, in every new relationship that you're going to enter, in the beginning you're going to have the honeymoon phase, because you don't have any story, any memory of the negativity with that person before. You met them for the first time, so it's a brand new computer, brand new memory. Both of them have the same, and then you have the amazing connection in the beginning, and then your specific pattern that you've been repeating from the past will going to come again, and the new person will going to show the same thing to you that's shown by the another partner. And then you started fighting. You're like, you are the same, every man is like that, every woman is like that, and you're going to start blaming the people, and then you're going to leave the relationship, enter the next, and this pattern is not changing. The problem is not about the other person. The problem is, there is no problem in general. Everybody has fears, everybody has negative and positive. But the thing that you started blaming other people, at that time you lose your power. So if you're thinking that it's because of this person, this is happening to me, you're giving your power to that person. And when you're giving your power to that person, that means you can't change your situation. You're victimized to your situation, and that's gonna keep you in this situation forever and forever, unless you recognize that you have the power. You're giving your power to somebody else. So these are the 3 points that you can consider. Like the first point that I consider is about your partner is a mirror reflection of you. So if you see something that's not appealing in your partner, or the way or he or she is acting, it's not good or kind to you, then are you good and kind to yourself? That's the kind of the first thing. The second thing that I cover was about the honeymoon phase in the relationship, in the beginning of the relationship, when you had an amazing connection, or everything were amazing, but then you introduce a negativity and then it destroyed the connection. The third thing that I cover about changing the partners. Now all these 3 things are quite related to each other, because everything is a mirror reflection of us. So when you were thinking about the positive things about your partner, when you're so much positive in the beginning, because in the beginning you don't see the negative of the other person, because you see a completely new person in front of you. You don't have any bad memories of them, and that's why you focus only on positive. And that's why the honeymoon phase is the best phase in the relationship ever. And then you started looking at the negative and the bad side about the person, because everybody has it. You have it, they have it, simple. Then you're looking at that and destroy the connection because of the negativity, and then you think that this partner is not up for me, I need to change the partner. The problem is that you need to change your pattern that you're repeating in your every relationship. Even if this is your first relationship and you have the things, it's best to change it right now. Sooner or later, it's best to change right now. Look at the things, look in the areas of your life that is not going well. Now obviously I'm not telling you to change yourself completely in a day, in a week, in a month, because it's never gonna be like that. You're gonna change one thing, another appear, you're gonna change one thing, another appear. But then you can use your partner as a mirror reflection of you, and as a guidance for you to change the things that you don't like about him, and you feel like, am I giving myself these things? Am I loving myself? Am I going on dates, solo dates, and taking care of myself? If I'm doing it, then my partner will definitely gonna do that, because they are the mirror reflection. Everything is a mirror reflection of us. And changing the partner is not a solution. I'm not telling you to be in a toxic relationship or an abusive relationship, but if you are in a relationship that was great in the beginning, you have an amazing connection and a chemistry and everything was amazing, but then sooner or later the things started to deteriorate, the connection started to disappear, then there is no problem with your relationship. It's problem with the things that you're focusing too much on the negative things. You need to change and start focusing on things that you like about your partner, that you like about your relationship, and focus more on that. So wherever you focus on, you're gonna create more of it. If you are in an abusive toxic relationship, the person is not good, or fundamentally you don't have a compatibility with that person, you don't feel compatible with them, fundamental level, not repeating the same pattern. If you have some issues, you can correct them, but there is a fundamental core, you're not compatible with that person, they're toxic and abusive, then definitely you can leave that person. But then if you have some issues, then you feel like can be changed, was not there in the beginning, then definitely you can change them. You don't need to change your partner, because even if you change the partner, this pattern will never going to leave you. It will going to be repeated in the next relationship because you haven't addressed the issue at that time. So it's best to address the issue right now. Start taking care of yourself. Start giving you the love that you crave from your partner, and stop trying to change your partner. Accept them the way they are. If you want your partner to accept you and love you the way you are, you have to do it first for yourself and first for him. You started loving yourself, you started taking care of yourself, you started accepting yourself who the way you are, and then the love from you will go towards him or her, and then you accept that person and love them the way they are. And the moment you do that without expecting anything in return, without expecting anything in return, the things will definitely gonna change. Your man, your woman will definitely gonna change. You're gonna see the miracles happening in your life. And I've done it personally, and I can tell you it's been changing. When I change myself, my partner change. And when I am in a needy, desperate energy, when I'm in a fighting energy, you're gonna reflect back exactly the same thing. And when I'm more calm, more peaceful, and I'm like, I love myself, and I see my partner started loving me more, that's just like a mirror reflection of me. And that's what I want to cover here. Stop trying to change your partner. Stop trying to change the treaty. Address the issue that you have within yourself. Love yourself right now. Take care of yourself that you want other people to take care of you. Give yourself anything and everything that you want, desire, or crave that you want from other partner or other people. And then once you started taking care of yourself, when you started filling that void that you have within yourself, that you think that other people can fill that void, you started filling, and you started loving you and taking care of yourself, started changing your thought and accepting yourself the way you are. You don't need to remove all your flaws, because it's never gonna be happening. You're just accepting the way you are, with all the flaws, with all the imperfections, everything that you have, you accept, and you started loving yourself. And the same thing you started doing with your partner. First you do within, and then you do outside. You started loving and accepting the situation with your partner in general. Things were going to change. He or she will definitely gonna change, because it's not happening otherwise. So that's what I want to say, because if you're trying to change somebody outside of you, it's never going to happen. They're never going to change, because they are a reflection of you. Unless you change, they're going to change. So I think that it's very easy when you know that you have the power in your hands. When you know that you have the power of your world, the power of your reality, then it's so powerful. You feel so much empowered to change yourself. And you don't have to change. When I say talk about the changing, it's not about changing who you are from the core value, because from the core value you are pure, you are amazing human being. I'm not telling you to change your core value. I'm just telling you to start focusing on the things that enlighten you, that start focusing on the things that makes you happy, that makes you feel more joyful, that are more positive, and remove your focus from the negative things. Because the more you give your energy to the negativity, you create more of it. Whether you're focusing on the negative within you or negative outside of you, you're gonna create more of it. But you start focusing on the positive things, because everybody has something good happening in their life currently at this moment. You are alive. That's the most beautiful thing that you ever gonna have. So if you start focusing on the positive, you just need to change your focus. That's all you have to do. You don't need to change yourself or change at the core of who you are. No, start focusing on the things that are happening very good in your life right now, the things that makes you happy, the things that fills your cup, that makes you completely full, feeling love, feeling care. Start doing those things, start focusing on those things, and then definitely everything will gonna change. So hopefully you get something out of it. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I know this video is pretty long than the normal videos that I make, but I have so much to share on this particular topic because it's based on my personal experience. And I feel it when I'm changing, everything around me started changing, and I feel way more better. And I reached to the point where I was like, I don't need anything from the external, and still the external is giving me good things because I'm changing myself. Changing myself is not like changing myself like completely my core. No, just changing my focus from negative to positive. That's it. So let me know what you think. Thank you so much for tuning in. Share your experience, your questions in the comment section below. I'll see you the next time. Till then, take care. Bye, guys.